Imagine a man locked in a cell with no windows, no light, and a camera watching him every single second of the day. This isn't a movie, it's Mexico's most secure prison, designed to hold the devil himself. But then, right in front of the lens, he walks to the shower and vanishes. 1 second he's there, the next, gone. No magic, no teleportation, just a hole in the ground and a plan so insane that the world couldn't believe it actually worked. This is the story of Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán, the drug lord who turned escaping prison into an art form.
Hello and welcome. If you're new here, welcome to Amazing 5.
Before he was the most wanted man on earth, El Chapo was just a poor boy named Joaquín from a tiny town in Mexico. Born in 1957, his life began in poverty. His father, a small-time drug dealer, kicked him out when he was just a child. With no education and no money, Joaquín had only one skill to fall back on: growing drugs. By 15, he was cultivating marijuana in hidden fields, learning the trade that would one day make him a billionaire. He wasn't just good at it, he was brilliant. In the 1980s, while other dealers were getting caught smuggling drugs through airports and borders, El Chapo realized something important. The sky and the roads were watched, but no one was watching the ground beneath their feet. He started hiring engineers and architects. While others bought guns, El Chapo bought drills. He built underground tunnels, massive, ventilated, well-lit highways beneath the US-Mexico border. These weren't just holes. They had electricity, air conditioning, and even rail systems to move tons of drugs without making a sound. He became known as the King of Tunnels, moving more product than anyone else while staying completely invisible. But even legends make mistakes. In 1993, the law finally caught up with him. He was arrested and sentenced to 20 years in prison. For most criminals, this would be the end. For El Chapo, it was just a change of office. He turned the prison into his personal hotel, bribing guards to bring him whatever he wanted. But he knew that sooner or later, the United States would demand his extradition. And an American prison is a place you don't escape from. So, in 2001, he made his move. He reportedly hid in a laundry cart, covered by dirty sheets, and was wheeled right out the front door by a bribed guard. Just like that, the most dangerous man in Mexico was a ghost again. For 13 years, he ran his empire from the shadows, building more tunnels and making more money. But in 2014, the Mexican Marines tracked him down to a safe house. He tried to escape through a secret tunnel hidden under a bathtub, but this time they were faster. He was captured again and sent to Altiplano, a fortress of a prison built specifically to hold people like him. This time, the government took no chances. He was placed in a cell with 24-hour surveillance. Guards checked on him constantly. He had no privacy except for a small waist-high wall in the shower area for modesty. And that was his opportunity. On July 11, 2015, El Chapo walked behind that small wall. He crouched down and never stood back up. When guards finally checked his cell, they found a perfectly cut hole in the floor of the shower. It led to a tunnel, but not just any tunnel. This was a masterpiece of engineering. It was a mile long, dug 30 feet underground. It had lights, oxygen pipes, and even a custom-modified motorcycle mounted on rails to whisk him away to freedom in minutes. His men had bought a piece of land a mile away from the prison and dug quietly for months, right under the noses of the guards. The world was stunned. El Chapo had humiliated the Mexican government again, but his freedom was short-lived. In 2016, after a massive manhunt and a deadly shootout, he was captured for the third and final time. Mexico, tired of the embarrassment, finally did what El Chapo feared most. They put him on a plane and sent him to the United States. Today, he sits in ADX Florence, the Alcatraz of the Rockies, a supermax prison designed so that no human being can ever escape. There are no tunnels here, only concrete and silence. El Chapo's story isn't just about crime, it's about the terrifying power of human ingenuity. He showed the world that with enough money and determination, walls mean nothing. But in the end, even the King of Tunnels couldn't dig his way out of destiny.